Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Daily Dice, where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. Keeping in mind these are general messages, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further in any one way, shape, or form, you will find all the links necessary down below in the description box. Also, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, keep in mind that I have limited the amount of readings that I'm offering at this time because I did get overwhelmed with personal readings when I started this, and as well as that I got behind because of a family emergency last week, which if you're wondering what that is, you will find that in the community tab. So shoot me an email. I'll let you know when the next available opening is, as well as further detail. Keeping in mind it is first come, first serve, okay? And that will all be recorded on the time frame when the email's sent. So if you are interested in taking me along with you on the go, check out my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is on Spotify as well as Anchor FM. And it's just basically a talk session where we get to hang out. I tell you about the things that I've experienced, the things I've done, the things I've had to learn how to take accountability for, which I was not happy about, but in the end I learned some very valuable lessons from. Excellent. So with that being said, let's not waste any further time. Let's go ahead and get into your daily dice and find out what is today's message source. What would you like, my fellow humans, to know? What is today's daily dice? How can we help them out? What would you like to say? What is today's daily dice? We've got Venus, 10th house, and Scorpio. Ooh. So whatever you're doing spiritually right now, this is a message to say that your hard work is being appreciated by the divine, but also that it would be wise for you to kind of figure out how you could integrate this into the world. So I'm getting candles. I don't know why, but that's what they're showing me right now is candles, like handmade candles. So maybe you make candles. You make a beautiful type of candle, and it's like you offer them and you just give them away because it's something that you really feel good about doing. And maybe you have intentions that go with them, or you put crystals inside of them, or you put herbs inside of them, or something like that. And your candles do stand out, right? And this is saying that now you can start offering these to others, like as a business type energy. So whatever it is that you do that's very spiritual or very unorthodox, something that is, it seems very secretive, like you only offer this to certain people. It's like offering it now as, you know, a product or a business or a service to others, like getting your name out there, finding a way to network is what's coming through here, because this is going to help guide you towards living a life that is very luxurious for you. And keeping in mind that luxury doesn't necessarily mean a billion-dollar mansion or anything like that. It could literally just mean that all your bills are paid, you have a nice cushiony bank account, and you can go and do whatever you want whenever you want. You have the freedom to do so. And that's what this is saying here, because we have 10th house, which is directly connected with your career, right? I'm not saying to quit your job, your day job, or whatever like that. That's not what this is saying. It's just saying that you can bring in an extra income where you're at right now by offering this. Whatever it is, it's unique to you. This is something that is very unique, especially with Mercury next to Venus. This feels very, very personal, very private, but it's something that you love to do, and you offer it to others when you get an opportunity. So say you're in essential oils, right? And you use your essential oils like that, candle making, or maybe you make your own balms, or maybe you make hand creams, or maybe you make face, you know, cleansers, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that specific. But I'm just saying, like, you usually offer it to someone, like, say somebody's like, oh, dealing with a lot of acne, and you're like, hey, you know what, I can maybe make you a face cleanser that would help. And you go home and you make them a face cleanser, but you don't sell it, right? You just give it to them, and you're like, here, this is just from the goodness of my heart. This is Source saying that it's okay to start selling things now, like offering samples of what it is that you do, while giving a business card and saying, this is who I am, this is what I offer, check me out. If it resonates with you, give me a call, hit me up, let me know, we'll work something out, right? Because there's this movement here. But when we have Scorpio energy, this is not saying like, oh, you offer encyclopedias. Maybe you do. But this is saying something that you have done something on the side that you really enjoy. Like it could be arts and crafts. It could be rituals. It could be spell casting is something that's coming through, which absolutely would go hand in hand with Scorpio energy. This could be prayers. This could be intentions. This could be meditations. This could be spirit work. This could be, shadow work. This could be anything that is very mystical and not really of this world, right? Things that people consider occult. And so that could really be anything. That could be anything. Maybe it's even tarot readings or oracle or psychic mediumship or something along those lines. So they're saying like it's okay to offer that for money now. Like it's okay to offer that as a business. Like don't be afraid to put your services out there as a sample. But before, when you were giving samples, I feel like you were giving a whole product because that's who you are. You're a whole person that feels like I need to give a whole product. So maybe you would give a 3 or 4 ounce cream cleanser that you made and you put all your money in, your effort in, and instead of putting out 3 or 4 ounces, maybe just give them a half an ounce so they can check it out. And if they enjoy it, if they like it, that's enough for them to know whether or not they want to come back, rather than you putting all this effort into giving a whole product. And sometimes maybe you just don't even get any word back or you don't hear anything back on, right? This is saying don't be afraid to offer money, like ask for money for what it is that you're doing, okay? You're disciplined, you're a hard worker. It's time for this to be returned to you, especially with Venus here. We have that magnetism that's coming in. You've come into a very high vibrational state along your journey, and it would be well for you to offer this just to gain a little extra income. Like I said, it's not about quitting your day job or anything like that. I'm not telling you to do that. This is just saying that this is the green light from Source saying that people want what you have. They want what you offer. And it's okay to say, hey, let me give you a sample of what I offer. And then, we can go from there. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. And with this timer up here, it's like it's time. This is time for you to do this, right? Like you've been giving so much of yourself. It's time for you to see some of that return. Capricorn is also connected with the 10th house and Saturn energy. You've learned hard work and patience through all of this. You're very ambitious. You've taken small steps to become a master, to become this creator that you've become. And now it's time for you to be seen for that and appreciated by those who want to actually invest in you, because you're going to have investors coming, especially with this Venusian energy coming through here. These are people who see the good that you bring. Yeah, this is Source coming in saying, look, you've done it. You've done what I asked you to do. You're walking in the path and you're doing everything right. Don't ever question whether or not you're doing the right thing, because you're making progress in yourself on your journey, and you're doing something that's creative. Like this feels very creative to me. Like I'm very excited in my gut. Like it's an interesting feeling. It's like when you decide that, oh, this is what I want to do, and you go and do it. Like that's exactly what it is. And so this is your wake-up call from Source saying it's time for you to be appreciated for what you have to offer, because it is of value. It is worth something. And I feel like I want to get one of these cards out. That's the one. It came out right away. And everything in moderation with Rhinoceros here. Don't burn yourself out, right? Don't be in this place of like, oh my gosh, like I have to give 1,010%. Like, no, like this is all about keeping it fun. If you start overworking yourself, it loses that sparkle, right? Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. I love that. I love that came through. This is saying like it is a creative energy, right? Like it's something that's very creative. And Leo's a very playful type energy, and so it's like this is something you have a lot of fun with. It's okay for you to offer it for money now. Like it's okay. Look, Saturn, I cannot make this up. We have 10th house Saturn and Capricorn that all showed itself here. You've learned hard work. patience. You felt restricted. You've experienced struggle along the way when it comes to this. It is okay to ask for what you feel is like that. So if you make a candle, how much is a candle at the store? Like these little tea light candles come in a set of 50 or 100. And for 100 of them, I can get them for like $3, right? That's not very much, right? Okay, so maybe you sell tea lights, but you offer 10 of them and you're asking for $12 and you're like, well, but that may seem like a lot. Remember the amount of work that you're put in and the amount of experience that you have knowing that these are good candles. The smell is going to last the whole way through. And there's a little gift in there or something at the end, right? That's just an example. But not feeling like what you're asking for is something like beyond, right? Like, oh my gosh, if I ask for $20 for a candle, am I just being, completely crazy? No, you're not. Like Source is saying, it's time for you to be rewarded for what it is that you offer because it is a value. You have to see your value and others will buy into that. Hello, if you're offering something that low, think about people who offer courses online for like $6,000, $10,000, $12,000, $30,000. I mean, hello, they're asking this money and they're getting it. So why can't you ask for $12 for a set of candles? Why? Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. This is why you're bringing healing to the world through what you're doing, right? This is a gift from Source. This is like a very spiritual gift. We have that energy coming in. It's a very spiritual gift that's coming through. It may not seem very spiritual to you, but we have that, again, with the Scorpio energy here, something that's very spiritual by nature coming through here. And Source is reaffirming that for you. It's like, this is something I gifted you with. I gave this to you. I'm working through you in regards of this gift. Trust me when I say it's of value because I chose you to carry this. It may have seemed like a burden for a while. It's not meant to be a burden for forever. You're meant to touch people around the world. It's of value. When we have Will with Tiger here, this talks about, and especially for my women watchers out there, okay, this talks about not being afraid to exert your will, your power of will in the world, especially if you're a woman, because for so long women have been suppressed and they really don't feel like they're of value or that they're worth. And this is a societal belief that we're fighting, okay? It's so weird. I just watched this show. It's called 100 Humans. It's so funny. I was like, oh, I gotta watch that because I say my fellow humans. So, of course, I was naturally drawn to it. There's only like 8 episodes or whatever. So, it took me like 4 days to watch it. They're like half-hour episodes or whatever. And anyways, I was watching it. And it was so weird on there because they did this one about attraction. And it was like comparing men and women and how they feel about themselves. And on average, women thought that they were about a 6.5 out of 10 on the attraction scale. And men believed that they were like a 7.8 out of 10 on the attraction scale. Why is that? It's because women are made to believe that they're not as attractive as they truly are. And women really believe that men are the prize. And it's like we're in this day and age where it's, regardless if you're a man or woman, the feminine energy has to remember that she's the prize. If you're a man and you're in your feminine energy, you have to remember that you're the prize, right? And that's what we're coming down to. And that's why I feel like Source is bringing this story up right now, because it's saying you have to remember that what you offer is an extension of you and you're the prize, not your product. You are the prize, okay? And it's not saying that you identify with this object, with this thing, with this talent, with whatever it is. It's not who you are. It's just a part of you. It's an extension of what you have to offer. But when you believe that you're the prize and that you're the gift, you realize that asking whatever you feel is right to ask is what Source is impressing upon you to ask, because you're worthy of that. Okay? 1414 was just on the clock as I was saying that, so I feel like that's a message for you to change. We also have 5 and 5, which is 10. 10 is all about being on your path of purpose and completing and getting to bear the fruits of your efforts. Okay, so synchronistic for you. I hope that this resonates. If you claim this, leave a yellow heart down below in the comments and say, I claim my worth, because you are so worthy, okay? And leave me a thumbs up if it resonated, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do just want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.